Kwe, Wabi Mushkade Pijiki Kwe and Dishnakas, Mako Minising and Dayan, Red Lake and Donjiba, Jishigwe and Dodam, Temagami Nishnabe Kwe and Dow. I'm Heidi Jobson, the TFN Communications Officer. Diane McGinnis has joined the communications team as Communications Admin, and together we're introducing the TFN Communications Strategic Plan. Just for some background, back in 2022, we sourced the help of Pipiquan Petiguan, an Indigenous-led public relations firm, to help us in building the Strat Plan. During that time, we put together different outreach invitations. We held one-on-one interviews. We held different virtual group sessions, reaching out to community members here on Bear Island, as well as TFN youth living all over, of course our elders, and to our off-reserve members. And we also sent out surveys. Upon analyzing those, we were able to create a SWOT. This is an analysis of our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The feedback there guided us to hone in on three main focuses for our TFN Communications Strategic Plan. At that time, the Communications Committee members included Tammy Cole, Haley and Katie Laronde, and Tessa Hope. And for a brief while, Robin Potts also sat on the committee. They were all amazing in helping to shape the Strat Plan, and since then we've refreshed to a new committee, again super active and who are demonstrating pride and ownership of the work. They are Hilary Lefrancois, Callie Paul, Kathy Metcalf, and Caroline Brown. I feel really lucky to have such a supportive committee. My work plan is really based around the direction from them with consideration of our goals laid out in this plan. We've been living and breathing the goals outlined here. So anyway, welcome, Bindigin. I'll quickly go over this presentation with all of you, but the content is also available under the Communications tab on the TFN website. Feel free to check that out there. A key resource is the Communications Toolkit, which also holds the communications procedures and policies, guiding documents, and the complete strategic plan. Hard copies can be made available to anybody who requests one. So at the heart of the TFN Communications Strategic Plan is connection through strong communication. I just want to take a moment while we're looking at this one graphic. Caroline Brown, who I just mentioned, is a renowned Emmy-winning illustrator and graphic designer. We're really lucky to have her on the team. She spent countless hours creating this based on our words on a page. She captures the messaging in relatable and personal imagery to us that reflects the goals and purpose that's easily digestible at a glance. I love that this image is laid out here in an interconnected way. She shows all of the goals feed together in circular formation, none more important, and each connected and intertwined with the next. This is us on a page, if ever it could be, made by us for us, in connection to the land, our language, and our stories. Goal number 1 is two-way sharing of information to strengthen governance structures and processes. So what does that mean? Essentially, building two-way communications pathways to ensure everyone feels heard and valued. Our strength lies in our ability to listen deeply and share openly. This reinforces the need for transparent and frequent conversations that will hopefully bring us closer as a community. How do we get there? Presently, our main pathway of communication that accomplishes this goal are our community meetings and our information sessions, but also included our other community events. It's been so great to offer these engagements virtually as well. In the spirit of unity and inclusion, we want to make sure our off-reserve members have access to the same opportunities of information sharing. Our role here in communications is to help to facilitate, promote, and provide guidance that empowers all staff to feel prepared and confident in hosting these types of events. And then secondly, we've created a channel for monitored reciprocal communication for feedback and concerns. This pathway is simply our general email address, info@temagamifirstnation.ca. That is monitored and then triaged to the appropriate team lead for follow-up. So goal number 2 is to increase understanding of community history and culture. This means in order to feel connected to one another, we all should have access to the stories, teachings, and histories that make us who we are as Temagami Anishinaabe. By deepening our understanding of our history and culture, we'll all be able to actively guide our shared future. How? We've committed to publishing regular articles about community history and cultural practices, with support from other TFN support people, of course. We, the communications team, also commit to sharing stories of community members. You've likely noticed that there's often a community member highlight article in the BI Blast. This is in the spirit of connectivity, so we understand the connection of different community members and then how it relates back to each of us. In the slide here, we go on to show that there are many different communications vehicles that we drive. Our well-read BI Blast newsletter. We have 3.5K followers on our Facebook page, an underutilized YouTube channel that we want to start to put to work for us, and now the new TFN app. And that's just a few of the major tools. Find out more about that in the Communications Toolkit. And goal number 3, fostering positive, respectful relationships between chiefs and councils, administration and staff, and community members. Our relationships are the foundation of the community. By nurturing those, we build a stronger, more unified nation. We'll focus on the respect part of that heading. Only through respect, mutual respect, Aishgawad, can we find success in overcoming challenges and growing together. So how do we do this? We're having some really heavy conversations politically right now, and in reminding ourselves how to conduct ourselves in a way that honors our ancestors, we'll move together in unity and love. And we just keep talking, we keep communicating. By keeping those communications pathways open, we build trust and that Aishgawad through consistent communication, that people know what, when, and how to expect it. That creates a sense of security. Like I mentioned, I think about it all day, every day, and some days it doesn't go perfectly, but the intention remains, and we keep working towards these goals. So by focusing on these goals, these principles, we created a space where trust, knowledge, and connection thrive. The outcomes of hitting these goals and how this affects you as a community member. When we're successful in these communication goals, community members will know when and how they can expect to receive information, solidifying that feeling of security. Community members will know where they can engage in two-way communication. By using the proper pathways, there can be some sense of resolve and a feeling of value because you've been heard. And new and current employees will have a better understanding of proper procedures for sharing information. As well, Chief and Council will have a better understanding of the needs of the members and be able to communicate effectively to enact changes that benefit community as a whole, because then we are all engaged. Community members will feel connected to other community members, the land, and their culture. We'll be confident in our understanding of the history, traditions, politics, and governance, leading to empowerment to be active and engaged for the long term. Here's a quick view of what's inside the toolkit. I'll read this conclusion statement if you don't mind. Our communication strategic plan is designed to equip staff with the tools and guidance necessary for fostering more effective, consistent, and meaningful engagement with the community. By empowering our team to communicate with clarity, intention, and consistency, we're also empowering our community members with the information you need to make informed decisions. This exchange of knowledge and mutual respect is the foundation for building a unified nation, one where trust and connection thrive, and where each step forward is guided by the values of respect, collaboration, and love of our people and our future. Together, we're stronger when we listen and wiser when we share. If anybody would like to reach out with questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to contact me, Heidi Jobson, at communication@TemagamiFirstNation.ca, 705-237-8943, extension 107, or contact Diane McGuinness at diane.mcguinness@TemagamiFirstNation.ca, phone number 705-237-8943, extension 219. Miigwech for listening. Looking forward to hearing from you all.